What happens when the queen refuses to pass the crown? Nicki Minaj didn't just start fights with newcomers like Cardi B, she's been at war with legends like Lil Kim, and even entire empires like Roc Nation. But is it all just competition, or calculated chaos? On Viral Spotlight, we're exposing the power games, psychological warfare, and raw insecurity behind the pink wig and the punchlines. This isn't just about rap beef, this is about a legacy in flames. Stay locked in, because what you're about to see might change how you view Nicki forever. From the moment Nicki Minaj stepped into the rap game, she didn't come just to entertain. She came to take over, break things down, and crush anything in her way. Her music is only one part of the picture. The other side is like a mental chess game, hidden behind pink outfits and powerful lyrics. Behind the lashes and shiny clothes is a sharp mind that's always on high alert, picking up tension in silence and making the first move before anyone else even speaks. To really understand why she's always clashing with artists like TDE, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Jay-Z, Roc Nation, and pretty much half the industry, we have to look past the glam and dig into what's going on in her mind. Nicki's latest drama started when she called out SSEA's manager, who's also the president of Top Dog Entertainment, Terrence "Punch" Henderson. After that, SSEA tweeted, "Mercury retrograde. Don't take the bait, lol, silly goose." And of course, Nicki saw that as a personal jab. She fired back by making fun of S's voice and said she sounded like a dead doll. This reaction isn't random, it's a clear example of something called hostile attribution bias, where a person sees even unclear or harmless comments as personal attacks. Basically, with Nicki, even if you just breathe, she might take it the wrong way. But this isn't just attitude, it's how she's learned to survive. Years under pressure have trained her to treat every tweet, every artist, every little slight as a warning sign. When SZA talks about Mercury retrograde, Black Twitter laughs it off, but all Nicki hears is betrayal. So why does she keep choosing drama instead of peace? Because for her, beef isn't extra, it's her way of staying emotionally strong. It's like emotional weightlifting. Every insult, every comment, is her chance to rebuild her pride. Behind the wigs and savage lyrics is something called narcissistic injury, that emotional sting when someone threatens the perfect image she's built of herself. Sometimes all it takes is one tweet, one backhanded comment, or one fake-sounding congrats. And just like that, Nicki isn't just irritated, she's fully fired up. She's not just going back and forth with other artists, she's dealing with her own past. Nicki grew up in a household filled with chaos, with a father battling addiction. Emotional safety was never guaranteed. Early on, she learned that staying in control was how you survived, and being silent could get you hurt though, so she became loud, flashy, and lyrical. But under all that noise is still a girl who doesn't fully trust the applause. It's possible that she's starting to feel like the ground is slipping from under her heels, especially now that younger stars are stepping into the spotlight she once owned. Take her feud with Cardi B as an example. It started when Nicki felt that Cardi wasn't thankful enough for being included on the 2017 song, Motorsport with Migos. That tension exploded in 2018. You probably remember the New York Fashion Week moment, right? If not, here's what happened. Cardi accused Nicki of talking about her daughter, Culture, which Nicki denied on her Beats One radio show. But that didn't stop Cardi from throwing a shoe at her during the Harper's Bazaar party. Let's talk about something called social comparison theory, and its not-so-nice twin, relative deprivation. These are two psychological forces that run through Nicki like clockwork. Social comparison says we don't judge ourselves in a vacuum, we measure ourselves by comparing with others. And relative deprivation goes deeper. It says that when someone else is shining and you're feeling ignored, it feels unfair, almost like something was stolen from you. For someone like Nicki, her whole self-image is built on being number one. So when a new female rapper steps into the spotlight, it can feel like she's being pushed off her own throne. That's the painful side of comparison. It can make you forget how great you are. Because if your mind works like Nicki's, then another woman's rise feels like your fall, even if you're still standing strong. She wasn't just fighting to stay relevant, she was trying to hold her place in a room where someone else had started posing for photos in her seat. And let's be real, Nicki's not just had issues with the new wave, she's clashed with the veterans too. Take Lil Kim, for example. When Nicki dropped her 2007 mixtape Playtime Is Over, fans quickly noticed how similar the cover looked to Lil Kim's 1996 debut Hardcore. Kim immediately accused Nicki of copying her style without giving her credit. Later, in 2010, during an interview with Angie Martinez, Nicki responded saying Kim had really jumped out the window and should be more careful about who she chooses to go to war with in the industry.
Don't play with me. You know, it's one of those moments when you say, don't play with me. You know, because I respect you, I love you, I've said it in every interview, time and time again. And if that's not good enough with you, mama, then it's something deep-rooted in you. You need to get something is bothering you inside. That's your insecurity bothering you. It's not Nicki Minaj. It would have been any girl that started popping. You know, she picked a fight with Foxy, then she picked a fight with Eve, then she picked a fight with Remy. Now it's, you know, then it was Miss Wallace, then it was Nicki Minaj. Every time you in the news, it's because you getting at somebody. Where's your music? You know, put your music out, and when I see your name on Billboard, that's when I'll respond to you. Other than that, goodbye.
Nicki said she always showed love to Kim, and if Kim didn't feel it, that was just her own deep insecurity showing. Nicki added, anytime Kim was in the news, it wasn't about her music. It was about her arguing with somebody. She also shared the story of their first meeting at a Lil Wayne concert. Kim had walked into their dressing room, and Nicki asked if things were cool between them. Kim said yes, they even hugged and kissed, and according to Nicki, Kim asked to take a photo with her. But Kim had her own version. On Hot 97, she said she believed Nicki wanted to be the only female rapper in the game. And to make things even messier, Kim is close with Cardi B, Nicki's biggest rival. Then there's what fans call the Roc Nation war. On the surface, it looks like a business feud, something about Jay-Z's empire, ROC Nation CEO Desiree Perez, and ROC Nation artist Megan Thee Stallion. But in Nicki's mind, it's not just business. She sees them all as part of a scheme. She's blasted them across social media, accusing them of sabotage, mind games, and shady money moves. And each time she picks a new target, she uses something called triangulation, a tactic where you turn one person against another and step back while they fight it out. Nicki has mastered this tactic. She aims her attacks at a person or group, then lets her fans do the dirty work, like emotional soldiers going to war for her. Meanwhile, Nicki stays seated, watching the drama unfold. At this point, some would argue she doesn't just survive in chaos, she's most at peace when things are messy. But if Nicki keeps going down this path, her career might not end the way she hopes. The music will last, sure, but the public's hunger for drama and beef will eventually disappear. That high people get from watching her fight everyone, it wears off, especially when fans start to realize maybe there's no real fight left. How long can she last in the industry if she keeps turning friends into threats and critics into enemies? In celebrity life, the real tragedy isn't being forgotten, it's being remembered for the wrong reasons. And if she doesn't shift direction, she won't be known for her success. She'll be remembered as the queen who didn't know when or how to step down with grace.